I'm over a half a century old, and I've had tools in my life pretty much since I was a kid. And honestly, the thought of buying a drill bit sharpener never crossed my mind until recently. My tool drawer normally looks like this. Let's do a nice little slow motion pass, and I'll show you. I can't even close the drawer on this thing anymore. I've got so many bits in here. Anyway, so this is not a sponsored video, and I'm not saying you should run out and buy a drill bit sharpener, but I really can't believe how long I waited to buy one. I'm embarrassed. I buy drill bits, I use them, and then I don't throw them away. I throw them in a drawer where they live to be dull for the rest of their lives and annoy me. I don't really know why it took me so long to finally pick one of these up. They're not very expensive. I'll put it on this. I don't remember how much this one was. I'll put it up on the screen here somewhere. It only comes with a couple of moving parts, so for us woodworkers, it's pretty easy to use. It comes with a manual. I would highly recommend that you read it. So what can you do with this thing? Well, I have found that pretty much any drill bit, any twist bit with an 18-degree head, something like that, can be sharpened with this thing from 3/32 of an inch up to a half an inch. So something like this, no, not so much. Something like this, no, not that either. Don't even try something like this. But if you're like me and you've got a drawer full of bits, including masonry bits, because guess what? Those have an 18-degree tip to them. Most of them do anyway. I can't believe how well this thing works. I'm blown away, honestly. I picked it up thinking that it would be a good opportunity to clean up my toolbox and kind of get the shop more organized. I've been making more YouTube videos, and I would like the place to be a little more cleaned up and presentable when I make videos. And so I started thinking about throwing some of these bits out and got the idea that maybe I should look into sharpening them. I like sharpening things. If you've seen other videos on my channel, you know I love sharpening chisels, knives, planer blades, pretty much anything I can get my hands on. Well, I can get my hands on a drill bit, and now I got one of these drill bit sharpeners. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to show you just briefly how it works. We're going to do a little quick, hopefully I'll show you on the screen what the inside of this thing looks like. It's just a little grinding wheel in there, mounted at a particular angle. This chuck opens and closes to accept larger and smaller bits. It's got two little guide fingers here that need to, I'm going to use a bigger bit so you can hopefully see what I'm doing. So it's got little guide fingers that the bit needs to touch on before you tighten the chuck, something like that. And then you line up the little diamond here with the top of this cam roller, and you put it down in there, you turn it on, and you rotate. And there's a cam to this that allows this to drop down in there and then back out and down in there and back out. And the fingers make sure that it only grinds the faces of the drill bit that need to be ground. Pretty ingenious, pretty simple, pretty cool, and pretty effective. I've tried this with a lot of these bits that I have, and I've been able to freshly drill. I use cutting oil when I drill, but I've been able to freshly drill half-inch holes in quarter-inch plate steel with these resharpened bits. And I have to say I'm super impressed at how simple this is, how easy it is to use, and how embarrassed I am that I'm as old as I am and I had not figured one of these out yet. So anyway, I like sharing content on my channel that I think other woodworkers and other people who own tools would find useful. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not sponsored. I don't have any affiliate links. I'm not saying you should buy this particular one. I bought it on Amazon. You could probably find a bunch of different versions of them out there. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on one. You really don't need a lot of high accuracy, high precision, or durability. You're probably never going to wear this thing out if you're sharpening drill bits as much as I am. So, I will point out that there is one particular kind of bit that I don't believe that this machine is very good for. The manual doesn't specifically prohibit it, but I would not put one in here. And what I'm talking about is, let me move this guy. What I'm talking about is brad point bits. If you notice, these have a sharp tip to them, and they don't have that 18-degree grind on them. If you put this in your sharpener, you're sure to booger this up and probably tear up your machine too. So And unfortunately, woodworkers, well, at least me as a woodworker, I tend to use a lot of brad point bits. But the good news is that these don't really get dull as quickly as these things do when I'm grinding through a table leg or trying to drill something harder. So keep that in mind if you decide to pick one of these up, that you really don't want to put brad point bits in there. There you go. Short and sweet, confession time. I can't believe that it's taken me this long to get one, but now I can honestly say that most of the drill bits in my drill bit drawer that's such a mess are getting better organized. They're all sharper now, and I probably won't have to buy drill bits for a long time. I would imagine this thing's already paid for itself just by not having to buy another set of drill bits. So, hope you found this helpful, friends. That's it for me. Till next time, peace, love, and sawdust. I'm out.